Let's talk about TikTok. Couple things with TikTok here. So who benefits from a TikTok ban? A report was written by, if you can pull up the Reuters article, Rob, or the one where I want to say it's Bernstein. Who's the one that actually Bernstein? Yeah. So check this out. Who would benefit the most if TikTok ban was to take place? And the clear answer is Meta. Do you know by how much? If you show this chart here that's on here, it's pretty wild. It's like if you go to my Twitter account, I posted it. I don't know if it's there or not, Rob. Just go to my Twitter account. It'll show you. So analysts at Bernstein have estimated that should TikTok be banned, Meta would draw up 60% of the users. 57% of TikTok users would go to Meta, 22% would go to YouTube, 15% to others. Snap gets 6%. Applying the same portion of the revenue, Bernstein analysts forecast that $12 billion of revenue in 2025 goes to Meta. Look at the chart. Go below to show the chart, the circle charts, Rob. It's right below it. Look at that right there. Okay, the chart. When you look at that, where it goes. Over the years, Meta has sought to amplify concerns about TikTok, but Meta may also experience some blowback if Trump, an unexpected opponent of the TikTok bill, who has called Facebook even a bigger danger to the U.S., wins re-election in November. Meta CEO, Zuck, is likely to face questions about his embattled rival when his tech giant report earnings on Wednesday. Now, here's the kicker. The person who wrote this is when it gets interesting, folks. The person who wrote this bill, Representative Michael McCaul. Just go to Twitter, Rob, and you can show the tweet that I'm breaking down how much money he gave on what day based on this Wall Street Bets account that did a phenomenal job breaking it down. So, Representative McCaul of Texas, Republican, the author of an early draft of the bill to ban TikTok and the sponsor of the consolidated spending package that got the ban passed in the Senate, has been accused of insider trading following revelations that he recently invested heavily into the app, okay? And if you zoom in, it's right with that video. Keep going up, keep going up, keep going up, keep going up, right there. Right, that's the one right there. Click on that and go to what the guy says on the bottom. Yeah, show more for his and then zoom in. So check this out. On March 3rd, this guy authored the TikTok ban bill. On March 22nd, he put $150,000 in Meta. 4 days later, he put another $150,000 in Meta. 2 days later, he put another $150,000 in Meta. 3 weeks after writing the TikTok ban, this guy's already invested $450,000, but it doesn't stop there. Then what he had done once he saw the TikTok ban was going to be included in all the Ukraine funding. On April 1st, 3 days later, puts another $350,000 into Meta and continues. Then a week later, of course, he voted yes on the bill he wrote. So within the span of 40 days, this dude wrote the ban, proceeds to invest $450,000, then invests another $700,000, nearly $1.15 million into Meta, knowing if he bans, 57% of the users go to Meta.
And he's a congressman?
He's a congressman.
How does he have $1.5 million? He works for the government.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Could have been a businessman before this.
I don't know.
But
Yeah,
the point with this is none of this is illegal.
That's
as long as you're a congressman, none of this is illegal.
Yeah.
So, Tom, your thoughts here, what's going on with TikTok, and what do you think is going to happen? We got 9 months here. Apparently, the 9 months just started.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's two sides to it. One side is I look at the law that was buried into those 3 appropriation bills over the weekend. What a busy Saturday. Wasn't it nice of our government to work on a Saturday, Pat? Remember, that was a busy Saturday. Most of them should be out, playing tennis or doing whatever the hell they do, drink.
And adrenochrome.
Instead, sitting at home abusing children. So instead they're actually working. They're working, and so they bury this in there. So one thing I look at the law, and the TikTok ban law scares the hell out of me because it contains language in there that the president can use with executive orders and Congress can use to interfere or shut down or encumber. Oh, sorry, the word is censor any other social media network that they don't like what they're saying. So the law will do that. Now, Now, on the TikTok ban, this is not surprising. I mean, you can go to but it's infuriating because this is exactly what Nancy Pelosi did. You can go to that Nancy Pelosi X account where it says, follow the Nancy Pelosi trades here, and you can make money with like the Nancy Pelosi mutual fund. Just follow what she does. So I see two sides to it. I'm worried about this law in the hands of the government against freedom of speech, which is exactly what Tulsi said when she was on the podcast, that this is the terrible worry for us against freedom of speech by the government interfering. But then on the other side, it just really infuriates me that our elected officials are just parading conflict of interest in plain sight. And this part, there needs to be the legislation that says, hey, your IRA, your 401k, and your brokerage has to go into a blind trust, and you cannot a trade or execute strategy based on the legislation that you're touching.
So there's something called the Stock Act that I think was put into place in the 2012. The Stock Act significantly expanded the reporting requirements for securities and transactions by members of Congress. So we talk about accountability. Let's see what happens with this. This guy's a Republican out of Texas. This is why I don't fall in love with any politicians or embrace any particular party at this point, because they're all shady. They'll all do it. Democrats, Republicans, whether it's Pelosi, whether it's this guy, McCall in Texas, they're all insider trading of some capacity. Regarding TikTok, of course, Meta is going to be the sole beneficiary of this because they're the only person or only group that has a competitor to TikTok, which is their Instagram Reels. They basically stole their intellectual property, just like China steals all of our intellectual property. Speaking of IP, did you see what Christopher Wray, the FBI director, said about China? He said, quote unquote, China, the largest and most sophisticated theft of intellectual property in the history of the world. That's what they're doing here in America. So all the TikTokers whipping out there, watching your little things, doing your thing, it's beyond funny videos or humorous things or information. You don't think it's a big deal now. China's spying. There was I was actually watching Trey Gowdy. Your buddy, you're a fan of Trey, right? He has a show on Fox News. He told a story about a journalist sitting down with a Chinese family in China reporting on what they've seen. They didn't have TikTok, but he did. China, via ByteDance, hacked into his phone, the journalist's phone, to hear what these people were saying.
Oh, damn.
Those people, that family, have never been seen again. That's the CCP out there in China.
Yeah.
That's who is running ByteDance behind the scenes. Even Anthony Blinken said that China is attempting to influence the election. Yeah, whether it's covert or whether it's just full-on election theft, TikTok is a dangerous, dangerous weapon owned by the CCP.
So part of me when Blinken says China's colluding. So they didn't use the word colluding. Why? Because we would automatically go to when Hillary Clinton said what?
Russia's colluding
with elections, right? So is the China's colluding in elections the new fear porn to be able to blame if they lose that China helped Trump get elected? Is that what they're going to use?
Anything.
Or are they using this as, now, don't get me wrong, I don't think China's not colluding. I don't think Russia's not colluding. I don't think Iran is not colluding. I think all of them would like to get involved. But the difference is, I think China prefers Biden.
100%.
I think Iran prefers Biden. I think Putin said it. He prefers Biden.
All of them do.
Over a Trump. So we announced the Manek contest to come have dinner with us at Casa D'Angelo and go have dinner. Rob, go to the Leaders Bulletin. Folks, if you want to see the Leaders Bulletin, just go to Manek.com, and all the way at the top, you'll see a Leaders Bulletin. Click on it. The video explains how to compete. It's whoever Maneks the most, both as experts, influencers, and those who ask others. As a user, you can compete on this. Rob, you can stay on that if you want. Just stay on that. Oh, you have the categories of where they are. But I want to see how many Maneks people are doing, and then we'll go to that. So right now, if you look at this, new experts on Manek, lightweight, if you look at it, zoom in, Rob, Tulsi Gabbard has officially completed 72 Maneks that she has responded to, by the way, on Manek. Second place so far is Brandon Davis. Then it's Santino Tostani. John Ray is competing, but he's fourth place, and he got the rest of the folks. Even Ryan Garcia's at seventh place, by the way.
I love it.
And by the way, I think he's responded to every single Menect he's gotten, and he responds in audio. So it's not like he responds. Rob, go to the other category for middleweight. If you look at middleweight, Fernando is still first place at 46. This is people that pre-announced in the contest. They were on here from April 16th. He's done 46 questions he's responded to. He's first place. He'd be invited to the dinner. Then it's Patterson, Tomos third place. Look at the next.
Guys, get Kelly something next. Get her up there.
Kelly. Dame Dash is even on there at sixth place. Go to the last category. Heavyweight. First place is Dustin. Not even close. 138.
Dustin is
crushing it.
Calvin G, 77. Chris Cuomo, third place.
44.
And then you got everybody else. Now, Rob, go to home team. Go to home team. Who's dominating? Okay, dominating Vincent Oshana, 281.
Wow.
Then
Thank you, everybody. I love you.
Vinny.
Then it's Tom, 204. Adam, 75.
We're trying to catch up.
But I'll tell you guys here what's going on here in a minute with Vinny. Go down to the bottom with the people asking most questions. This is how you use Menecta, slowly but surely becoming the most a popular networking app because 95% of the time the people respond to you.
Yeah.
You want an answer back? Pay for it. You want to be waiting for 3 months? DM somebody on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. If you're lucky for. By the way, the number of people getting back to you, if you DM them, is less than 3%. On some apps, is 1%. Menecta is 91 to 95%. Look at the people asking the most questions. Show that real quick, Rob. So first place is who? Zoom in a little bit, Rob, if you could, for the Terrell Hall, 76. Eddie Gossaker, 71 questions he's asked other Menectors. Eric Link, 67. Very competitive, by the way, here. Now, go to the other side for people that have been using Menect.
Wow.
Pre-April, Dustin is asking questions. Ozzy, second place one. So far, it hasn't even been 2 weeks.
Jeanette.
And top three, they're all above 100. Jeanette Lajos, who comes to all the lives that we do, John Ray. Okay, so here's what I want to do, Rob. If you can go to all the QR codes, how many of you watching this, be honest, who here loves Vinny? Okay? Who here loves Vinny?
I do.
If you love Vinny, today is Vinny's birthday.
Good man. Good
okay,
man.
Tomorrow is birthday, but today's Mario, and tomorrow we're not doing a podcast tomorrow.
Yeah.
So listen, today, tomorrow, if you love Vinny, you want to wish him a happy birthday, go on here, Menect with him, send him some love, wish him a happy birthday. I'd like to see him get 200 plus Menects today to cross 2,000. I'd like to see him get that. Send him some love. At the same time, you can Menect Adam, myself, or Tom. And FYI, for those of you guys that haven't yet started competing, download the app, start Menecting today. Right now, if it ended today, Rob, can you go to the flyer showing who the top people are right now? We're going to give away belts, by the way.
Really?
The lightweight champion would have been Tulsi if it's today.
Tulsi.
Okay, the middleweight champion would be Fernando if it ended today. Heavyweight would be Dustin. The home team would be Vinny. For new users, it would be Terrell. And for existing users, it'd be Dustin.
Doesn't have 2 belts.
He'd be having
We'd have 2 belts.
Listen, we're going to give it to him at Casa D'Angelo. Everybody at first place will be at the main table. Anyways, so there's a QR code at the top. Download it.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.